afternoon, everybody. Wow, you missed Salem. I really want to thank all of you for coming out on such a dreary day. The prospects that we'll be talking about today are far more bright than the weather outside. I'm Judy Kennedy. I'm the mayor of Lynn. I have been speaking with Mayor Rizzo of Revere over the last couple of weeks, and during the course of those conversations, I explained to him what a strong supporter of the casino, not only me personally, but the Lynn Area Chamber of Commerce have been, and offered to host this event today to show our solidarity with him. So he will be your main attraction of the day, along with several others, and let me just introduce to you who is here with us. Of course, Mayor Dan Rizzo from Revere. Mayor Kim Driscoll is on her way. She's running a little bit late. We also have with us Jay Ash, who's the city manager from Chelsea. We have Scott Crabtree, who is the town manager from the town of Saugus. We have the Revere Chamber of Commerce President, Bob Upton. Chip Tuttle, the CEO of Suffolk Downs. Gary Luderitz, the Mohegan Sun Vice President of Operations and Development. And they will be here to explain to you our plans, mainly their plans, for what to do with the Revere side of the Suffolk Downs racecourse. So with that, I would like to introduce Mayor Dan Rizzo of Revere, and thank you again for coming.
First of all, thank you all for being here. I'd like to just acknowledge some of my colleagues in government that came along here from the city of Revere to join us today. We have our City Council President, Ira Novoselsky, that's with us. City Councilor Anthony Zambuto. And I'm happy to see City Councilor-elect Stephen Morabito here with us. So Stephen, thank you. First of all, to our host here today, Mayor Kennedy, thank you so much. You're a good friend, a great neighbor, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to help put this all together for us. To Scott Crabtree, Scott, again, I've enjoyed working with you. I know we've collaborated on a couple of things already, and to have your support here and to have you here endorsing the project in Revere, I just want to extend my gratitude to you. Jay Ash, Jay, I don't think that this legislation would have come to fruition had it not been for yourself, and I know the efforts of Mayor Driscoll, who is on her way right now. They were very, very vocal and very, very instrumental in helping pass the law that has put us in this position here today. So really, I would like to thank all of you for being here and for your support. And I guess that leads me into what I've always believed, and that is that no matter whether this project was slated for the East Boston side of the property as the initial plan had laid out, or if it's pivoted over to the Revere side, this to me has always been a regional project. This is not just about East Boston or Revere. This is about the state of Massachusetts and certainly our region, where we're going to be able to put 4,000 people to work, create numerous economic development opportunities all along the North Shore and certainly in the communities that are represented here today. We're going to be able to invest tens of millions of dollars into transportation improvements that, but for this project, would probably be an impossibility. The state just does not have the resources available to do the type of improvements that this project is going to bring that will impact this entire region. So, that's why I thought today was so critical and so important to the future of our possibilities of proceeding on with the project. This is something now, when this legislation passed back in November of 2011, I'm not sure how many of us thought that we'd be standing here a couple years later still talking about maybe being able to submit an application. And, but under the circumstances, that's the situation we find ourselves in. I have known for a long time and continue to believe this is going to be extremely positive, as I say, not only for the city of Revere and not only for our region and for the representatives, our elected leaders that are here now, but really for the state of Massachusetts. You know, we've talked about, and I know we're all part of the Metro Mayors Association, where we talk about some of the issues facing our Commonwealth today. And one of the big ones happens to be transportation and what kind of a shortfall that we face as a state in filling that gap. And we're talking about projects here that can provide hundreds of millions of dollars into the state economy and certainly benefit our local economies. That's just one particular issue that we face as a Commonwealth, where projects such as this, the one being proposed by Mohegan Sun now, at Suffolk Downs in Revere, will be able to help take care of. So really, I just want to express to all of you here today my continued support and enthusiasm for the project as it's now laid out here in the city of Revere. We have, our residents, as you know, came out on November 5th and voted by a margin of almost 2-1 to support casino gaming at Suffolk Downs. And that's exactly with the help of those neighbors of ours that are here helping us move this project forward, and those of you that have been supportive throughout the process, and certainly with the residents of the city of Revere. That's exactly what we're going to continue to try to do. So I just want to once again thank Mayor Kennedy for her hospitality, her support, her friendship. And with that, I believe I'm going to be turning it over to Jay Ash, the great city manager from the city of Chelsea.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jay Ash. I'm the city manager from Chelsea. I've been city manager in Chelsea for 13 years. More importantly, I grew up in Chelsea. I've been a native of Chelsea and have the pleasure now of leading the community. The reason why I bring that up is that I want to talk about relationships today. First, I want to talk about the relationships amongst the leaders that are going to be speaking here today and that are assembled. This is not the first time that mayors and managers from the North Shore area have come together to talk about an economic development project. It's not the first time we've come together to talk about an infrastructure project. It's not the first time we've come together to talk about revenue issues or other issues that affect our communities. We meet on a regular basis to talk about the issues of the day and to figure out solutions to those issues. And so this is a natural outcoming of the discussions that we've had over the years about supporting economic development and all the good that economic development can bring to our community. And that's one reason why we all have come together today to talk about this exciting project, Mohegan Sun and Suffolk Downs. So that partnership is important. The other partnership I want to talk about is the partnership with Suffolk Downs. As somebody who grew up in Chelsea and knew where Suffolk Downs was 50 years ago, it's great to know that Suffolk Downs is still here today and will be around for many more years to come. The relationship that we've had with Suffolk Downs in terms of them being an employer, being a supporter of things that have happened in our community, being part of the economic vitality of our region has been something that has strengthened this region over the last 75 years and promises to bring even more to our region in the future. I'm very excited that Suffolk Downs continues to be a strong partner in this possibility of bringing a casino to Revere, and I'm glad that they have brought with them a new friend to Chelsea and to all of us in Mohegan Sun. The conversations that I have with Mohegan Sun have been not only very encouraging, but exactly what I would expect to hear from a new partner coming into the community. Instead of telling us what they are going to bring to us, they first asked us what it is that we expect to see out of a casino coming to the community. And I've been very excited about the dialogue that we've had, and I believe that this is going to be a very positive development for the greater Revere region. Because of that, I'm pleased to stand here today and say that I 100% endorse the effort by Mohegan Sun and Suffolk Downs to bring a casino to Revere. I have reviewed with Mayor Revere the path to get this casino approved through the Mass Gaming Commission, and I do believe that the path is a one that is accurate and should be approved by the Gaming Commission. The Mayor of Revere has been tremendous. Mayor Rizzo, I have to congratulate you on this, has been tremendous in reaching out. The Mayor of Revere has been tremendous in reaching out and keeping us posted on almost a daily basis on all that's been happening relative to this proposal, and more so how the impacts that we see in our communities will be addressed through the proposal. Mayor Rizzo has been a great leader and a good friend to all of us, and Mayor, I thank you for continuing to think about Chelsea and Saugus and Lynn and Malden and Winthrop and all the other communities on the North Shore who want to partner with you on this. This is an important day for us all, and that we are showing that we are all together supporting what is the #1 economic development priority for the North Shore. I hope that the Mass Gaming Commission will see fit to continue to allow for this project to go forward, because I think the development of this project is going to be a tremendous benefit for the entire region. I want to point out that I have with me the Chelsea Chamber of Commerce Executive Director and President, Rich Cuthey and Arthur Arsenault here. I want to congratulate the Mayor on bringing the Lynn Chamber of Commerce out. I guess the entire Lynn Chamber of Commerce is out here. It's nice to see all my friends from the Lynn Chamber of Commerce. So with that, I'm going to ask the town manager from the town of Saugus to step forward, Scott Crabtree. Scott?
I just first want to thank Mayor Kennedy for hosting this and this gathering and getting the different leaders together in one place to discuss this. In regards to Saugus, being the town manager there, we're certainly supportive of the prospect and opportunity that Mayor Rizzo and Mohegan and Suffolk Downs has put together to try to drive our economy, to create jobs, and you know, obviously been involved and had an open door with Suffolk Downs in discussions for Saugus to deal with a strategy to deal with the impacts of it, but we're certainly supportive of what Revere and those folks are trying to do in driving and developing our economy and creating jobs and to stabilize our local economy. So, thank you.
Scott, thank you. And at this point, I would like to bring up, and first of all, before I do, City Manager Ash had alluded to it, but I really want to thank our Chambers of Commerce members and leaders that are here today. Obviously, as we all know, it is business and small business in particular that drives our economy, and these opportunities that are going to be created as a result of a project like this with the local investment, millions and millions of dollars pouring into our local economies. It's great to see that all of you recognize those opportunities and are sharing with us in this press conference today. So with that, I want to bring up the City of Revere Chamber of Commerce President Bob Upton.
Thank you, Rich and Arthur. Leslie, if you could come on up, please. We would love to have your support with us at the Chamber of Commerce. Mayor Rizzo, thank you very much for the introduction. You know, I really want to show my appreciation for everybody coming out today and supporting this initiative as you are and as we all have been working so hard to make happen. You know, this is at a very exciting time. I personally think it's the beginning of a new era. It's not the first time that the communities have worked together. In fact, there's a direct link between the community of Lynn and Revere through the narrow gauge railroad that one time took thousands of people to Revere Beach. I see this as economic development not only for Revere, but certainly for Revere Beach and the surrounding communities. I think the potential development of a world-class resort as Suffolk Downs will go a long way in helping to stimulate the economy in this area. It's something we're working hard to make happen, and I know that there are a lot of business members in our Chamber of Commerce and the others that have shown great interest in finding out how we're going to be able to work with Mohegan Sun and Suffolk Downs. And I promise people that Suffolk Downs will keep to their word. They've always worked with us as local businesses to tell us how we're going to be able to do business with them, and I think that's something we'll be doing very, very shortly. You know, we had a vote not too long ago on November 5th. Revere said yes. Revere said yes to not only the 2,500 construction jobs and the 4,000 permanent jobs that'll be in the Suffolk Downs area, but I think Revere said yes because the economic development that it will bring. Not only will it bring those jobs to those people, but just think of the money that will be spent in the local businesses in the surrounding communities, not only in Revere, but in Lynn, Saugus, and Chelsea. We in the Revere Chamber of Commerce have been working with the Chelsea Chamber of Commerce and the Lynn Area Chamber of Commerce to find ways to work together. I think this is an ideal way to do that. We will continue to support Suffolk Downs, our wonderful partner. Suffolk Downs is a member of not only Revere Chamber of Commerce, but others as well, but they've been a great partner, a community partner to us. I know they support many of the efforts of our nonprofit groups in the area, and they also work with us at the Chamber to help us in building membership. So we want to support them in the way that they've been supporting us, and thank you very much to Suffolk Downs for that. Next week, we hope to co-sponsor with Suffolk Downs a vendor forum. We'll be announcing that date shortly, I'm sure, and we do look forward to having other members in the surrounding areas attend that because it could be quite beneficial to us as small businesses. So it's our hope that the Mass Gaming Commission will allow a Revere-only casino. I think it's the right thing to do. I'd love to see them do that because I know many of us would love to be able to benefit from a casino in this area, particularly a resort-style casino at Suffolk Downs. So we look forward to hosting that casino, and we look forward to continued support, and I thank you very much and all of the other members of our surrounding chambers of commerce. Thank you very much.
I'm Chip Tuttle from Suffolk Downs. I've asked the chamber leaders behind me, David and Leslie from the Greater Lynn Chamber, and Rich and Arthur from Chelsea, and Rena Sustatek from the Salem Chamber of Commerce. I'd also like Gary Barrett. Gary, if you could please come up from the North Shore Alliance for Economic Development. Patrick, please. From the North of Boston Convention and Visitors Center. Have we missed any of the local chambers? Is anybody here from the Peabody Chamber or anybody else? We have all these. One of the reasons I asked these folks to stay and stay behind me is because this has been a conversation with economic development professionals and local businesses and potential partners for the last 5 or 6 years. We've been talking to these people, and they've been supportive of this project. And I want to just take a minute on behalf of Suffolk Downs and our new partners at Mohegan Sun to express my appreciation for everybody here. Thank you. And the reason they're all here with us today, and we're here in Lynn, is because the benefits of this project, while substantial for our host community of Revere, are also significant for the region. And we've always viewed this as a regional project. So these conversations aren't new. They've been happening for years and years. It is a regional economic development project because of business partnerships that extend beyond the facility and beyond the host community to the greater North Shore and to the region. It's regional because, as was mentioned earlier, the significant investment in local roads and infrastructure improvements, long needed road and infrastructure improvements that we can make as part of this development if we're successful. And then not only those initial investments, but the idea that as a successful facility in the area and a burgeoning business in the area, that we with our partners at Mohegan Sun will be as vested as anyone in regional transportation improvements that are so important. We also look forward to the ability to promote tourism in the area, to bring more visitors. One of the reasons we're so excited about our partnership with Mohegan Sun is because they're so good at that. They really do a tremendous job. And in just a moment, I'm going to bring up Gary to talk about that. And finally, it's a regional employer as well. Some of the communities on the North Shore, I'm a Salem resident, we're here in Lynn today, Chelsea, Revere, suffer from underemployment and lower employment rates than other areas of the Commonwealth. And this has always been about creating jobs and creating good jobs for local people. And that's a big part of why we're here today. Thank you. So It is a great pleasure to be here. Revere said yes, and now it seems that Lynn says yes, that Saugus says yes, that Chelsea says yes, that Salem says yes, and we really appreciate the support. To join me and to tell you a few words, give you a little insight into our new partnership that we're very excited about. Gary Luderitz from Mohegan Sun. Gary?
Wow, we are extremely grateful and encouraged by this overwhelming support from the North Shore communities. Thank you so much. And of course, we're here with a lot of the business and community leaders and the elected officials. But this casino resort in Revere is going to be a world-class destination. And it's going to be something that the entire North Shore can be very, very proud of and will benefit from. And as we've talked to some degree today, this means jobs. This will be a new source of jobs. It'll be economic development. It'll be tourism opportunities. As we mentioned, it's 2,500 new construction jobs, 4,000 operational positions when the casino opens. Hundreds of millions of dollars in goods and services that will be spent throughout the area. And as the mayor mentioned, tens of millions of dollars in infrastructure improvements and roadway improvements. Mohegan Sun, by the way, has one of the strongest Players Club points programs as well. Now that may sound like an aside. However, ours is so strong because it enables our guests to earn their rewards at the casino, and then to redeem those rewards, those dollar values, in the community. And I suspect that we're talking about funds to the extent of more than $100 million of rewards that will be earned by these patrons and available to be redeemed in the community. Mohegan Sun has a long track record of understanding and working with our neighboring communities. And we intend to bring that culture and that philosophy here in Massachusetts as well. For 400 years, we have been a good neighbor in Connecticut. We have done tremendous outreach to our local elected officials, to our local mayors. We have attempted to build very strong relationships with our neighbors. And we've done that in Connecticut, we've done that in Pennsylvania, and we hope to bring that same strong working relationship here to the Commonwealth. Thank you so much for your support.
Gary, thank you so much. We promised you she would be here. And so I'd just like to say a couple words. I had actually mentioned it earlier before bringing up Jay Ash, the city manager of Chelsea, how we probably would not be sitting here today discussing any projects without the support of a couple people. And we're all fortunate that we have these couple people here in the room with us right now. Obviously, this was a legislative discussion, but I don't believe without the local municipal input, we would have come to the same conclusion, or the legislature wouldn't have come to the same conclusion that they actually did. And I really, really, truly believe that and mean that, because they're two of the most respected leaders that we have here in the Commonwealth. And you already heard from one of them, Jay, and now I'd like to bring up another one who I have grown to have an immense amount of respect for. She is the immediate past president of the Mass Mayors Association, and she, as I say, was very, very instrumental and has worked terribly hard trying to bring this expanded gaming and actually what turns out to be an emergency jobs bill that was ultimately passed to the Commonwealth. So I take great pleasure in introducing the Mayor of Salem, Kim Driscoll.
Thanks, folks. You never want to be the last speaker before lunch, I suppose. And I'm sorry to be late. I was dealing with another regional issue, the redevelopment of our power plant site, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to join my fellow leaders in the region. Thank you, Mayor Kennedy, for hosting this, and certainly Mayor Rizzo for providing the opportunity for us all to come together and recognize how important this project is for the region. Salem is not one of those communities that's the concentric circle that will be having a direct relationship with the folks at Suffolk Downs, but I'm here nonetheless because I think it's this important to our region. When we think about cities, I always think of two things. One, particularly gateway cities, and we're all gateway cities, places that used to be something that people talk about. The largest employer, the manufacturer, used to be there. Leather factories, Parker Brothers, GE, used to be the big names in town. They're no longer here. And when we started this coalition several years ago around gaming, it was really to try and recapture jobs, good paying jobs, and bring back the zest to many of our gateway cities that the bones are here, but the jobs are lacking. So when I think about this particular project, I think about two things. One, Revere has a gaming facility, an underutilized one, a place that used to be something great, and this is tremendous opportunity to use those bones and make it great again. Particularly when you think about places that have strengths. As cities, we need to really rely on those. And two, that no city is an island. We know there are going to be some wonderful impacts that come, wonderful opportunities that come from this, and we also know there's going to be some impacts. And when you have a development of this nature that's willing to address both, share the wealth from jobs, from marketing and promotion activities, from recognizing those tax revenues and those impacts can go to help things. 1A isn't a great ride now, those of us who come up 1A normally. Some of those infrastructure challenges are going to be helped by projects like this. Giving us an opportunity to see an economic prosperity ladder that works for many folks, giving us around the entire facility an opportunity for jobs and cross promotions, continuing to see our regional economy grow is why I'm here and why I think it's really important. And the last word I'll just say is I can remember Jay and I and several others being at those early morning meetings talking about why we needed to look at a potential opportunity around gaming. And some of the key areas were jobs, both construction jobs short term, at one point 50% unemployment rate in the construction field. And I'm the wife of a Union 3 bricklayer, so I can speak to that. A lot of construction guys underemployed. And real jobs that provided revenues and benefits and opportunity for people to have the same economic success that many of the folks who live in our communities had many, many years ago. And that same narrative still exists today. We need jobs, we need a strong economy, and an investment like this, if done right, and I think the folks around this table are committed to doing it right, will do just that. Not just for Revere, not just for Lynn and Chelsea and Everett, but for the concentric circles and the communities around there. So I'm proud to be here and happy to be part of a team and hope this will move forward as expeditiously as possible.
So that will essentially conclude our speaking program. We are going to take questions, but before I say just a few closing remarks, and possibly Mayor Kennedy has a couple closing remarks, I just want to emphasize, and a couple of speakers prior to me, or since I spoke last, have talked about the Gaming Commission and the vote that is to be taken in order to clear a path for us to proceed. And one of the things that, again, why I feel this gathering is just so critical to that decision and the future of where this project goes is because I know it's important to the Gaming Commission that it has an impact, a positive impact on a region, and that it actually has regional support. And so that's why this particular meeting today I think is critical to get the word out that yes, this project is viable. I think Chip Tuttle said it best. He said Revere said yes, but not only did Revere say yes, Lynn said yes, Chelsea said yes, Saugus said yes, Salem said yes. This is a regional project with 4,000 jobs, and I know as Mohegan Sun and Suffolk Downs like to say, not just jobs, careers. And so we have a real chance here to bring a world-class facility that will spur millions and possibly billions of dollars of economic development opportunities across our region. And so we're going to continue on. I feel very, very positive about the prospects of this facility going forward. And I'm sure if we can get to the Phase 2 application process, that the Gaming Commission will see a first-class, world-class project that will be very hard to say no to. So I want to thank all of you for being here, and I will bring up Mayor Kennedy, and I want to thank Mayor Kennedy once again for being such a terrific host and a terrific neighbor. Thanks so much.
I think it was Spider-Man that said, with great power comes great responsibility. And not to compare Lynn to Spider-Man, but we are the largest city on the North Shore. And I felt it very important that we show our solidarity with our fellow North Shore communities in this endeavor. There's really nothing more that needs to be said. I think we all here are convinced that a Mohegan Sun Casino at the Suffolk Downs site is the right thing to do. And I think many of you here, judging by the looks on your faces, feel the same way. If you get a chance, we're going to have opportunity for a couple of questions. And after those questions and answers are concluded, come on up and look at these renderings. I mean, I know they're not exact right now, but just come up and see what could be. We've all known it conceptually, what can be. But to see it actually put onto a poster is exciting for all of us up here. And we're really looking forward to moving on to the next phase with our, well, I was talking like a Mayor Rizzo, but I know that this does affect all of us, and we're really supportive and hoping to walk with him on his journey to the next phase of this exciting adventure. So thank you again for coming. Appreciate it.
Okay. So, are there any questions?
Chip, quick question. Yes. What's the future of Suffolk Downs if you don't get a casino license there? What's going to be the impact economically to fall out from whatever that future is?
So we are committed to racing. We've been committed to racing for the entire time we've been part of this project. The new circumstances of a yes vote in Revere and us not having success in East Boston make that a little more challenging, but we're still committed to racing over the long term. And should Mohegan Sun move forward with its RFA 2 submission on December 31st, Suffolk Downs will file a separate submission to the Gaming Commission outlining the future plan for racing at the facility.
Keep the track open.
Yes. Ralph.
What's the expected timeline?
Expected timeline for, Gary, it's a little early.
It'll be 27 months.
Yeah, so 27-month construction cycle from the time, from the award of the license.
Can you give us a quick rundown again of how it will be laid out? Number of games, I can just have a quick recess.
So we're going to do that between now and the end of the month. Mohegan Sun has been part of this project for just a couple of weeks. As Mitchell Ettis said last week, and Gary and his team and Mitchell have been working literally round the clock to update the plans, and these are initial conceptual renderings that we're happy to have people look at. They're designed to give people an early peek of what can be at the property, but in the next week or two, we will be back with a full presentation of the program and much more detailed design and plans. We'll take this one, and I think that'll do it. Yeah.
My name's David Zeller, local insurance broker. I am a dreamer, and I hate naysayers, but East Boston is still at it to try and kill this, and there was quite an expose on the TV last night about the fact of just the timing and whether in fact there's going to be a legal challenge to the fact of Revere moving it from one side to the other, like a 6-month delay. Can you comment on the legal obstacles that are in the way?
Well, we're very much looking forward to the Commission's decision tomorrow. We're very encouraged, heard a lot of positive things at the Gaming Commission meeting last week. We feel, the City of Revere feels, that we have a valid host community agreement in Revere, we have a valid land use question in Revere, and that we're going to be able to move forward. So some of that will just play out over the next several days, but we're feeling very positive and very bullish about our partnership with Mohegan Sun in Revere. Thank you, everybody.